Hello, my dear Stitchy friends. It's me, Dee Stitcher from Alberta, Canada, here with you for not only a WIP update, but a WIP parade. Today is the last day of June, and so I figured rather than an update, I would show you all the WIPs that I have so far. I have lately had a couple of new starts, so those will be at the end. And I hope you find something that you like. If you're new here for the first time, thank you for joining me. Thank you for finding me. I know there's lots of floss tubers out there in this world nowadays. And for those who have stuck with me through all of the years, thank you so much for staying with me. I know it's been a bumpy ride. I'm going to start from the very beginning. My oldest WIP is Howling. I started this in March 17th, 2014. I just have my notes over here. So I'm going to be going by that. And I do have a bad shoulder, so we're going to see how I can hold up. I'm going to see if I can hold up pieces. Yeah, so Howling. It's my focus piece. I try and get 2% done every month, which is approximately 3,000 stitches right now. And this is it so far. I am at, let me just bring up my pattern keeper. Pardon me. Okay. Right now I am at 72%. And that is what's left. I do believe this is the bottom. Yeah, this is the bottom right here. So what I'm doing is I am filling in all of the black right now. And the black, there is still 2,092 stitches left of the 310. And that's all down here. It's all the rocks. This is what it's going to look like when finished. It's from Tilton Crafts, and it is on 22 count. This piece right here is on 22 count, 2 over 1. Okay, my next piece has been a UFO for several years, but I do, where did I put it? Oh, here it is. Do plan on putting it back into play once Howling is complete, because I love this piece and it's not a piece that I want to abandon. It's called When Dreams Come True. It's also, this chart is from Love Thy Threads, which is an old designer company. Leon, how do you say his name? Leonid Afremov. It's now comparable to Farewell to Anger, which you can find on Heaven and Earth. But this one is from Love Thy Threads from 2014, back when Love Thy Threads was in business. They've been out of business for several years now. But she did do beautiful charting, so I'm not going to stop that. Oh my gosh, I got a stain here. Okay, well, and I'm just going to show you where I'm at. I started up here and I went down here, and then I went over here with the light, and I got to put my arm down. I'm sorry, I can't hold it up anymore. I did manage to, back when I was stitching on this, there was no such thing as cross-stitch apps. It was all done on paper. But since then, I have managed to put it on. There was PDF patterns, but you'd have to print them out and do it by hand. Since then, I have managed to put it on Pattern Keeper. So this is what it is when it's blown out. So that's what I have so far. And that is 7.57%. And that's a better look of what it will look like when I get back to it. Hopefully in the next year or two. So that's piece number 2. The next piece is Snow White. Snow White from, you know, those dream collectors, Snow White. This was started October 29th, 2016. I started with this with Brittany from Imaginarium. We started this as a Halloween piece. I don't like Halloween, and so we decided to do something not scary for Halloween back in 2016. Ingleside Imaginarium, that's it. That's her business name. And her name's Brittany. And yeah, we started this back in 2016. And this is all that I have done. It's not one of my favorite pieces to work on. It is a kit. And but it's going to stay in my WIP pile. I'm not going to abandon it. I will get to it again one day. Okay, so the next piece on the list is a chatelaine. I started this chatelaine as a New Year, New Start back in 2018. It is sitting right here. This is Water Garden, I believe. Yeah, chatelaine Water Garden. And I do plan on getting back to this. It's a huge piece. When I have time to dedicate to it. So let me just unfold it. Okay, so just have to be careful with my shoulder and how big it is. Okay, so I'm going to hold it up with this good arm here. It's sitting on my, can you see that? I'm trying to see through the fabric. It's resting on the chair and my good arm is holding it up. That is chatelaine Water Garden, what I have done so far. It is on 28 count even weave. And I haven't worked on it in several years. Not because I don't love it, but because I got busy. Right. I'm so classy. I use a super long pillowcase. It's like a king size pillowcase, I think. And that's what I use. Wrap it up. Keep it from getting dusty and dirty. All right, so that is that. The next two pieces are China pieces. They are, what are they called? Stamped pieces. I don't really work on them. I work on them once in a while. I think these are going to be like my retirement pieces when I get too old to see. This one here is called, I call it Running Horses. It's an 11 count and this background is all like printed on. And then you just stitch the horses. So I'll tell you what I have stitched. I've stitched this horse and I've stitched part of this horse. It's a very long piece. Sorry, doing my best to hold it up. And then some more horses over here. So you're just stitching the horses. I will work on this, you know, like I said, when I get older and it's easier, because this is a very easy piece to to work on. I'm just going to put this down here for now. I don't really have the ability to fold it up right now. The next piece is called European Town. It's also a China piece. This one's on 14 count though. It's from Joy Sunday. That's what it's going to look like. I recently saw a lady who stitches these kind of patterns. She just finished this, and I have to say it's absolutely amazing, like the finished product. And hers is a Joy Sunday that she finished. Yeah, it's like this exact one actually. And she finished it. It took her like how many years? 2 years. She's a Ukrainian lady, and she lives in Ontario. I have not gotten very far on it. I've stitched this house, and that's about all I've stitched on it. This is not something that I concentrate a lot on. But again, this is probably something that I will work on when I get older. Now I have to find Eastern Beauty. Let me just see if I can find it. Okay, I found it. It's kept in this beautiful chocolate box. This is the designer right here. Pardon my garden nails. I just replanted my garden yesterday, and was working it this morning. Didn't clean my nails. So this is red, Eastern Beauty in red. That's what she'll look like when she's finished. I started this in September 2018 now. This is what I have so far. Isn't she beautiful? This is 18 count. And I will come back to her one day. The next piece is, so after Eastern Beauty, I stopped stitching for a few years. Because my next start was Flying Owl. It's a kit, it's a Russian kit. I call it Flying Owl. This is what it will look like when it's finished. And it's in a Q-snap, but you'll just have to, this is what I have so far on it. This was a leap year start back in 2020. We just had a leap year. It was supposed to be done by this leap year in February, but stopped stitching on it. I will get back to it one day. So many things I gotta get back to, right? Yeah, it's a Russian kit. That's on 18 count. And the next stitch was 2 years later. So I think that was me trying to stitch, because I only had one start, and that was the leap year start. And then my next start was 2022. So another 2-year break. This one is Pandemic. I started this when I got COVID, which was January 31st, 2022. It's on 28 count, 1 over 1. Here it is right here. I am using Silk for You. It's a turquoise blue. I don't have the number, but that's all that I have done on it. Oh, yeah, I went all the way across here. Yeah, that's all that I have done. Because in 2022 is when I came back to stitching. So I have a bunch of new starts from 2022 on. So I took a 4-year hiatus, and that is when FlossTube exploded. Stopped making videos and stopped stitching. And then I come back to it and it was a whole new world, which is exciting. It's exciting it exploded the way it did. The next stitch that I started was called Patient Stitcher. I do believe it's in here. Yes. This is from Tempting Tangles. It's called the Patient Stitcher. Where is the chart for it? All right. So this is the chart. It says stitching doesn't take patience, it teaches patience. I am in education, so I find that very suitable. That is what it will look like. I'm not using those colors. I am using my own colors from my stash. This is what I have done so far. I wonder if this will work. If you see me right through it, there is better. So where am I? Where am I? This is, let me just get the thread. This here is called Autumnal Woodland from Fiberlicious. The white right here is a Gloriana almond, and this is a thread that a friend from a long time ago was making in the UK. It's like a silk, but it's not, and it's very shiny and silky, like might be like a rayon. It is somewhat difficult to stitch on. I don't think her product caught on, just because of the how fidgety it is. It's beautiful colors though. I do use her, I call them silks because they feel silky. So the blue is that, and this is how it stitches up, that blue, if you can see. It stitches up beautifully. Yeah, so that's Pandemic, or Patient Stitcher. I haven't stitched on this in a long time. I do find that stitching on this navy blue is difficult, so I do have to do it, well, right now, which is summer, so, but not this summer. I won't be doing it this summer. I have too many other things to do, which you will soon learn about. All right, the next piece that I started was my Sunday piece, which is 101 Alphabets from Rosewood Manor. I started this on March 27th, 2022 with my friend Mary. She talked me into, she's on Instagram friend, and she convinced me to start this pattern with her. She said, oh, you can work on it every Sunday. I'm like, okay. So I did. This is what it will look like. It is a 58-page pattern. It is no joke. It is not for the lighthearted. I am over 50% done. I have been stitching on this every Sunday almost since 2022, March of 2022. So this past March was its 2nd year anniversary. So I'm on its 3rd year. It's on its 3rd year. And I am, let me just show you this so you can understand. It's not showing you anything. So it is 9 pages long, and it is 6 pages down and 9 pages long. And I am at page, just a second, let me find where I'm at. I'm on page 33. So I am right here. So everything, all this is completed. And I'm on page 33 right now. So I have 4 pages to go for this row. And then I have 2 more rows to go. And then it will be done. When I calculated it, I calculated it to be a 4-year project. So I'm on year 3. Well, March, April, May, June. So I'm just into the 3rd year. So I'm not going to be able to get this all in because of my shoulder. I'll do the best that I can. And here. See, I can't put my arm up like this. I can't do that. So I'll just show you in bits. See, so this row that's all done, that's the 50% mark. And then all of this row that you see down here is the beginning of the 2nd half. So, and now I'm right here. I am doing it on a 32 count even weave, 2/2. I'm doing it in the called for colors. The only color, pardon me as I fold this, the only color that, I have to fold this, I can't leave it. It's not a China piece, that's for sure. The only piece that I'm adding, the color that I'm adding every now and again is it this piece? This color, sorry. Because it fits in with all the other colors. And this is called Opal Galaxy from Fiberlicious. I was a big Fiberlicious fan, and I'm a friend of Gwen. And so I ordered from her when she first started Fiberlicious. So I have lots of Fiberlicious threads from when she first started her business. I am unsure if she still makes the colors that I have, or if she's moved on to different threads. I am unsure. I haven't ordered threads in a long time because I have so many as it is from back when I was excited about stitching. Just like all you new floss tubers are so excited, which is awesome. I was too once back in the day. I still am, but I've gotten to a point where I want to use what I've bought. So that's 101 alphabet. The next one was from Stitching Moon. It's called Valley of the Trolls. Oh, that's not it. Where are you? Here you are. Here you are. I found it. I found you. Okay, I'm going to just get it up on Pattern Keeper here so you can see what it was going to look like. It's from Stitching Moon. She's a floss tube stitcher. She is from Norway. Well, she's American and she lives in Norway. This is a picture she takes in Norway and then she puts them into cross stitch. So that's what it's going to look like. I guess this is famous mountains in Norway where you can see the troll's face. I'd like to go see that in real life one day. I am not very far on it. I've stopped stitching on it. I'm not sure when I'm going to be going back to it. I'm not giving it up, but I'm at 4.23%. It's on 25 Count Magic Guide. This is all I have. Not much done, not much to see here. So that's Valley of the Trolls. So that takes us to May 17th, 2022. Time to flip the page over. The next one was Fallen Snow from Shannon Christine Designs. I decided to do this on the first snowfall of the year, which was November 2nd, 2022, which is very odd. Not really. I live in northern Alberta, Canada, so I haven't stitched on this in a while either for some reason. It's on a 20 count opal baby blue. I believe it's from, who's that dyer that was in Australia who doesn't dye anymore? Her name's Tammy. Does anybody know who that is? That's me. This is her fabric. What's the company name? She doesn't do it anymore. This is what I have so far. I know you can't see it, but all this is done in the called for white, and these snowflakes are done in like a krennic. You're not gonna be able to see the shininess of it, but it is there. And then there are lots of blank spots because there's going to be beads too. So that is that. I guess I can show you what it's going to look like. Where did I put the pattern? Here it is. So that's what it's going to look like. So about halfway. I gotta get back to this next winter. Well, we'll see. I'm going to school and I don't have much time to stitch. I think that's why I stopped working on this, because my course load was very heavy last winter. We didn't get much snow anyway. Like, it was scary how much. It was scary because if you don't have snow, then you don't have moisture in the spring and in the summer, and then you're at forest fire risk. But thankfully we got lots of rain in the spring, and it's made up for the lack of snow because we hardly had any snow. It was very scary. The next piece that I started was a Ursula Michaels. I have to go get it. Okay, so I started this November 20th, 2020. So I started the falling snow on the 2nd, and I started this on the 20th of the same month. This is Main Street Holiday. This is such an old pattern. I bought this when I first discovered cross-stitching on the internet. Back in, it even tells me when I purchased it, 2013 is when I purchased this. And I didn't start it till 2022. So I decided to make this my next Christmas piece. I didn't want something too big because I did finish Up on the Rooftop. That was my Christmas piece that I stitched every Christmas for 8 years. I would start on it in September and I would stop stitching on it on Christmas. So I finished that, and then I wanted to do another Christmas piece, but I didn't want it to be a full coverage like Up on the Rooftop. So I decided to do this one because it was the same year that I'd come back to cross-stitching and I didn't want to overwhelm myself. So I finished this one. It says Gallery in one Christmas season. So then there's the bakery, the toys, the gift shop, the sweet treats, and the trees left. I think I haven't stitched on it this last winter again because of university, and I'm afraid that it might be the same boat. If my workload is heavy, I'm not going to have time to be working on all these different projects. So there will be a huge drop in stitching come September when I not only go back to work in an elementary school, but when I go back to university. There will be a huge drop in stitching just because of that. So the next piece is my New Year, New Start for 2023. I have to go get that for you. Okay, so this New Year, New Start is Double Dutch Sampler from Sampler Cove Designs. It's stitched on 32 count Dune from Chromatic Alchemy. I do believe they are UK. I don't know if they're still dyeing. You're going to have to tell me down below, because I'm not sure. I am so close to being done. I'm going to be done this in August. This is where I'm at so far. This part will be done this month, and this part will be done in August, and then I will be completed this piece. So stay tuned for future episodes for a finished piece of Double Dutch Sampler. I am using Gloriana silks. They are not the called for silks on the piece because my cross-stitching store didn't have those, but she matched them up as best as she could, and I think that they work quite well together. But it is stitched in Gloriana silk. It is 1 silk over 2 on 32 count. So I'm just using one strand. The next piece is also another New Year, New Start. It's the same. So I started 2 projects in one day on January 1st. This is called Cliffside Tiles. It's from Cliffside Stitches. It's mosaic tiles. And I started this, same year. And my goal was to do 1 tile a month. Now there's 32 or 36 tiles. I don't remember. And so I'm halfway. And this is what I have done so far. These 2 tiles I hope to get completed. Well, tomorrow will be July 1st, so happy Canada Day to all my Canadian friends watching. I hope you have a super, super Canada Day, and I hope you're all safe. But I'm going to be stitching these 2 blocks in the month of July, just because I have the time. I'm going to do 2 blocks. And then in August, I'll do 2 blocks. And then the rest of the time when I'm in school, I'll see if I can, because these only take maybe a day or 2. They're all so different. It's absolutely beautiful. I'm using the 4 colors. And the rest of the months I'll do just 1 block when I'm in school. This is on 18 count. And that's that. I keep that in this biscuit tin. My next piece is called Seahorse. It's from Heaven and Earth Designs. Where's my computer? This is Seahorse. I am doing extreme cross stitch with this. There's only 11 colors on it, I think. Not very many. Maybe 16. I'm currently on, I guess I should show you. It's color 762, so it's not a really fabulous color. I have done 10,212 stitches of this color, and I only have 894 stitches left of that color. I hope to get it done this summer. I mean, that color. It's on like a seafoam green. It's 16 count. It is quite a big piece, but it's not going to be anything fabulous to look at right now because it is just this one bland light gray color. But as you can see, how does it go? So this is the start of the eye, I believe. That's the ears. The nose is going to go down this way. And then this is the splashing of the water. It's all over here. It really doesn't look like anything right now. It doesn't make sense right now. You can make out the ears, you can make out a little bit of the eyes, but once I add the second color, it will be more interesting. Where am I now? So that is Seahorse. The next piece that I decided to stitch on, I started that in February, and then in April I decided to start an Owl Forest embroidery piece. It is Alice in Wonderland. This is a free pattern on Owl Forest embroidery. And this is what I have so far. This is on 28 count, 1/1, DMC threads. This is what I have so far. I really love Alice falling here. I love her there, and I love the little white rabbit. This too has been neglected due to schooling. But I will get back to it one day. Live Gently. Oh. My next piece is called Live Gently. It's from Emma Congdon's Cross Stitch for the Earth. The book is over there, so I guess I gotta go get it. Cross Stitch for the Earth, this book right here. And I am doing, well, that's the stitch pattern. Where's the book? Okay, here it is. This one here. It says, live gently upon the earth, this earth. I started this on Earth Day, which was April 22nd. Started this in 2023. And I have not gotten very much done on it at all. It's on a 22 count. That's all that I have. I probably worked on this on Earth Day of 22, 23, and then I probably worked on it on Earth Day of 24. Probably 2 days worth of stitching right here. That's it. But I wanted something to commemorate Earth Day, so that's why I did that. The next piece is a finish. I started Celtic Mosaic on June 30th, 2023. I do believe it was to commemorate me being done school, like the school year. I was on summer break and I wanted a piece. So I started it, and then I finished it at Stitch North. I bought it at my first Stitch North in April. I started it in June when I was done school, and then I finished it at the next Stitch North of 2024, and this is the finished piece. This is my only finish of this year so far. That's all I have gotten done. I'm going to have my second finish come August, but I don't stitch littles, and so I don't have a whole lot of finishes. And back in the day when I was a stay-at-home mom, I would have a lot more finishes because I was a stay-at-home mom, and now I'm back to work and back to school, and so that's just the way life goes sometimes, isn't it? The next piece is Home in the Mountains. Now I have to find that. That is the Golden Kite, you know, the Lord of the Rings. So I gotta find that. I found it. It's on 28 count, 2 over 1/10 stitch. I have not gotten much done on this at all. I don't know. I had a moment of weakness and I wanted to start it. Started this in July 24th, 2023. Started in the bottom right hand corner. Where is it now? This is what it's going to look like. The Golden Kite. It's got a whole bunch of blended threads in it. And if I pull back, oh my God, I think I'm crazy. You see that little, that's all I have done of all of this. I'm at 0.48%. That's all that I've gotten done. This is a mammoth of a project. Quite intimidating project because it is it's my needle minder. Because of all the blended threads. The next project is, I just had it, where did I put it? It's called Psychedelic Dreams. It's from Chill Time Needlework off of Etsy. This is from my daughter. she loves. I guess I can show you one first. This is what it's going to look like. My daughter loves mushrooms. My goal is to finish it for her graduation. She's going into grade 10 right now. She just finished grade 9. So that's what it's going to look like when it's done. It's on 14 count. I'm loving this big count. I haven't worked on this huge count for years, other than, you know, my Chinese kits. But I'm actually really enjoying it. And I'm using a CXC thread on this, which is thicker. I have to use a needle threader to thread my needle, but that's okay. I'm at 4.14%. You can see the start of the big, huge mushroom. And it goes across. I'm still not all the way across. I probably have till about here to go. Not sure. Something like that. I started this on December 15th, 2023. I must have just been having a moment of wanting to start something new. I don't know. Yeah, so that's that. So then the next start I had, as I'm folding this up and talking to you, is the Quaker Canadian flag from Vivsters. This is a Sal. I don't know who started the Sal, but a bunch of people. Vivsters has flags from all over the world. So people from all over the world are stitching on their flag. I also have the German flag because I am 50% German. But that is for another time. Right now I'm stitching the Canadian flag. It's in here. And I try and do a block a month, but these blocks are no tiny task. This is on 28 count 1/1, and in each little block there is probably like 500 stitches in each, so you can't, like, unless you're, well, dedicating more time to it. So that's what I have done so far. I think this month I did this block and half of this block. That's what I have done for the, because then this is cut off because then it goes white, right? For the Canada flag. And then I have my Canada needle minder. Yeah, so this is 1/1 on 28 count. It's actually a really fun piece to stitch. What am I doing? Pardon me as I figure this out. Boy, oh boy. Okay. So that's Quaker Canadian flag. Then, I don't know, I guess I was being a sucker for Sal's. Because the next Sal, oh, I know why. The next Sal was Year of the Dragon Sal. And the reason I wanted to do Year of the Dragon is because I am a Year of the Dragon. I was born in 1976. So I am a Year of the Dragon. And I decided, I have a bunch of dragon patterns, full coverage. So I did a poll with my own family and asked them which piece they wanted me to do. And they chose this one. It's called Protector of the Fae from Stitches So Beautiful. It is done on 18 count 2/1. I started this on February 10th, which was the Chinese New Year. I don't know. Year of the Dragon. Now I got this bag. I can't afford to buy project bags because in Canada they're like $50 a pop, and I don't have money to do that. But when I went to Stitch North, I won this bag in her door prizes. She calls a number and this bag had all of her Roxy Floss, not all of them, like I think 25 of her Roxy Floss threads were in this project bag. So I won this at Stitch North. Now I call this my fantasy bag because I'm not really stitching any unicorns right now. So in here is my dragon. Now it's not going to be anything to look at because I'm only stitching on 939. I want to outline the dragon. So this is what I have done so far. Nothing interesting so far, just a lot of 939. My needle minder. Cross stitch is proof that I have the patience to stab something 1,000 times. I got that from Rocky Mountain Needle House. They are a Canadian needle house company. I think they are based in Camrose, but they go to Stitch North. And yeah, so that is, I don't even know, I haven't even been counting. I'll count them later. Next, Marie. Where are you, Marie? Are you in here? Yep. So this project bag is, it's not really a bag, but when I bought my Celtic Mosaic, I bought another kit from them and they put it in this bag. So now I use this bag that they gave me from Textured Treasures as a project bag. This bag was sewn and it was in a auction for my local Humane Society because I'm a foster mom to kittens. And so I bid on this. It was like $15. And that I can afford. I think it's meant to be like a knitting bag, but and here is my Name Marie. It is from Modern Folk Embroidery. It is Lord of the Rings. Oops, I want a mock-up. So it's got the Elvish writing. So that's what it's going to look like from Modern Folk Embroidery. I am using Kaylee 10 Stitch, the sewing shop. She's a friend of mine and she was at Stitch North as a vendor. And this is her piece. It's called Mario's Rainbow Road. Now I'm not sure if she can re-dye fabrics to look exactly the same or not. But she named this Mario's Rainbow Road. It is 16 count Aida. And this is, I have the piece all outlined. Oops, that's the back side. Oh my god. Okay. Here is my needle minder. And so it's all framed. Oh, that's upside down too. Jeez, what am I doing? I'm a mess. This is the top because I did that little thing up there. There we go. And this is done. I decided to do it with, I had some pieces from Thread Pickers, which I don't think are dyeing anymore. Thread Pickers Dirty Blonde is what, but I only had 3 skeins and that's not enough. So I matched up one of my Roxy's. This is Roxy. So this isn't silk, but it's the same color, so it's going to work. Look, I guess I'll take it out of the bag. So look, here's this, the silk and the Roxy. See, you can't even tell the difference. A little bit, but not too much. And then I'm also going to be adding some rainbow blending sparkle to it as well when I get there. So that is Ne Marie. I'm really enjoying the fabric, and this is my first time stitching on. Yeah, this is my first time stitching on Kaylee's fabric. Won't be my last, because I did buy a lot from her when not a lot, but a lot for me when I was at Stitch North. I'll show you another piece of hers in a bit, because I have another piece. Oh wait, we're coming to an end. So, Into the Sky. Oh, that's that one. Oh, no, I have 2 new starts because I didn't write down the last one. Oh, gee, okay. Have 2. My final 2 pieces are new starts. I just started them on this month. So, I had an anchoring to start this one. It is, I found this one because, is her name Carla Stitch Me Sane? She's from Australia, I believe. Anyway, I saw her. She found this pattern and she started it. And I love the movie Up. And so I found the pattern and I bought it. And now I am stitching it too. So this is another piece of Kaylee's fabric. This time it is Bistel kit, 36 count linen. Can you guys pardon my dirty nails again? That's it. And so this is 2/2 on 36 count. I do believe I'm going to do the outline of the balloons in 2/2. I believe that I'm going to do the color of the balloons 1/2. I just wanted there to be some definition in the balloons. So it's going to be a bit thicker, the balloons, the black of the balloons. And then the colors will be, I'm going to do 1/1. 1/2, sorry, not 1/1. Gosh. Okay. And my last piece I just started, I don't remember the date. We'd started it, I think it was, no, I don't want to give you the date. But a bunch of us started at Small Town Stitchers, I believe. Leanne. Did she start this, Al? There's a bunch of people on Instagram who are doing this design, and we're on a chat group together. I do believe it's Leanne who started it, though, Small Town Stitchers. This is called A Beautiful Place. It is another Stitches So Beautiful design. It is an absolutely stunning piece. And I just had to. This reminds me of Alberta, which is where I'm from. No, I don't live near the mountains. I live in northern Alberta. But this is the piece. And I am already at 2%. I'm already at 2%. It's on 18 count. It's going to be a long piece. Look at how long, look at all this fabric. It's going to be a long piece. So it's long, but it's narrow. It's not very high. So I started in the top left corner and I decided to go cross country all the way down to here. And then I decided that I wanted to work on this cabin here. So that's what my goal is to work on the cabin. So next time I did all this, the first couple, I think 5 days of working on it, maybe 4. And so next month, which is tomorrow, after I'm done my howling, then I'm going to work on this. And I'm going to concentrate on filling in that cabin. And then there's like a lean-to or a storage place. Let me just get the mock-up again. So I'm working on this cabin right here. That's my goal. Is that cabin? Yeah, that cabin. This cabin right here. And then this is a little like covered sitting area. So I might work on these two together because a lot of the colors are together. So that's what I'm going to be working on. I'm not sure where I'm going to go after that, but it'll take a while to do that anyway. So that is it. Oh, did I show you? I didn't show you what Protector of the Fae is going to look like, did I? Sorry. This is Protector of the Fae. That's the dragon, the Year of the Dragon, where I just did 939. Anyway, this is what it's going to look like. Yeah. So that is it. Let's count the ways, shall we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26 patterns right there. 26 WIPs is what I have. So thank you so much for watching. That's all that I have for you today. I have a whole mess to clean up now, and then I'm going to start stitching. I think I'm going to get a head start on my howling. It's the last day of June. Tomorrow is Canada Day, so I want to work on my Quaker flag tomorrow. So I have my 2% to do on my howling, and then once that's done, then I can work on my other projects. I still have to get my Quaker sampler Quaker done, my double Dutch. I have to work on that, definitely. And I have to work on Beautiful Place for sure. And my cliffside tile for sure. I am going to Manitoba for 2 weeks. I am originally from Manitoba. So I'm going to Manitoba. My parents live on an island on Lake Winnipeg, so I'm going to be going there with my children for 2 weeks. I will be bringing my stitching. So that is it. I hope to get answers for my shoulder. I have to get an ultrasound done to see exactly what's wrong. And we'll see. So thank you so much for joining me. Please hit subscribe if you have not already. And I will be back. If not in July, I'll come back in August before I go back to school. So take care, everybody. Happy Canada Day for Canadians on the 4th. Happy 4th of July to Americans. And everybody else out in the world, happy stitching. And I hope you have a wonderful and safe summer. I will see you all again another time. Bye-bye.